Oracle Gorge Cactus Nurseries here on May 11th, 2010. Bob Barth, proprietor.
There are more species of cacti blooming this year, getting ready to bloom, than ever before. Many, many species
Wow.
that have never actually bloomed before.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh yeah, beautiful plant. Mammillaria honeyana.
What's up guys, Carter here from Fireproof Plants, and we have a very special episode of Botany Basics for you today. We're here at the new Bob Barth collection at Zilker Botanical Gardens in Austin, Texas. This has to be one of the finest collections of cacti and succulents in the country. It is over 50 years in the making. Bob Barth was a pillar of the succulent and cactus community in Texas and nationwide, and founded the Austin Cactus and Succulent Society. His collection, after his passing, was donated to Zilker Botanical Gardens, and we're getting a private tour from the curator, Jeff Pavlat. And it is truly an honor because this has not been released to the public yet. So these are the first images we're going to be seeing of this amazing collection. It is truly a hidden gem.
I had first met Bob, and it was either in late 2003, maybe early 2004, and I had gone to San Francisco and I had visited the Ruth Bancroft Garden, which was the first cactus and succulent garden I had ever seen. I was really excited about some of the plants, so when I got back, I found Bob's nursery, Oracle Gorge, and that's when I first saw this wonderful collection of plants. I started working for him, and I think that I worked with these plants then right up until he passed away. I basically learned everything I know about cacti and succulents from working with Bob over the years. And one of the things, he was always very picky about keeping the plants nice and neat and tidy, pulling off the dead leaves, making sure they had a nice layer of gravel on them. The presentation of the collection was very important. Here we have what was Bob's Haworthia collection, and Bob was really interested in Haworthias. Particularly, he liked a lot of the Japanese cultivars. There's some very nice ones up along here. And then there are also some Gasterias, which are closely related to the Haworthias. Behind me, so this table has a number of different miscellaneous caudiciforms. This table here is largely Euphorbia. There are a few monodiniums. The second table of Euphorbias. So some of these plants, many of them are decades old. There are some that were plants that have been around since at least the 50s. Bob started collecting plants in the mid-70s, but I know he had a number of specimens that he got and that he has had since then. So this table here, we have aloes. There are species, and then down more towards this end, there are a number of cultivars, and Bob really liked some of the different aloe hybrids. That there are a couple different hybridizers he really liked in Southern California, and so there are quite a few examples of their hybrids. Over here we have different Bromeliads. There are a number of Dickia hybrids. There are a couple Puyas and some Hectias. And then here we have Bob's Agaves. He really liked a number of different agave species. And so at this table, up to about here, these are all of the South American cacti, and the other half of the South American cacti are on the next table. All of these right here are Copiapoa, and that's a group of cacti from Chile that Bob was particularly interested in. And you can see he has a number of really beautiful specimens. Copiapoa grow really slowly, and there are a number of these plants that haven't really changed much since I met Bob about 20 years ago. Well, Copiapoa are very popular among collectors, and there has been in recent years a problem with poaching of plants from habitat. That's been a problem with a lot of different succulents, and in some cases whole species are being wiped out. One of my goals here with the collection then is to maintain some of these rare plants so that if things are lost in habitat, that they're not gone forever. Here, and these are North American. And then here, most of the center of this table are Mammillaria. There are also some very old Areocarpus here. And all of these, although they're really large plants, they were all seed grown. So Areocarpus are native. Most species are in Mexico, but Areocarpus fissuratus grows in West Texas. They're very slow growing plants, and these were not field collected, so Bob has had them a very long time. And then to the front right here, these are all Astrophytum, and that was another group of cacti that Bob was particularly interested in. And so several of these all along here are different hybrids. Like this one is almost completely white, but you also get some beautiful ones with star patterns as well. And then the next bench here, these are some of the larger plants towards the front, or some of the columnar cacti that Bob had. And then some of the larger agaves back here. And then we have a couple of tree aloes. So this is a very large Dorstinia gigas. It comes from the island of Socotra. Bob had originally talked about this collection going to California, to the Huntington, but things were going well with the Conservancy here at the garden. He really was interested in this collection staying here in Austin so that it could be here for the public to see. And for the last 3 or 4 years of Bob's life, he was even purchasing some plants to add to the collection, just knowing that they would come here to the garden. And so this Dorstinia gigas is one. So he purchased it then specifically knowing that, that someday it could come here. The collection currently is housed in the service area of the garden. We did have a reveal at a fundraiser where we had the public back here to see the collection, but now starting now in 2025, we will start doing probably weekend tours to bring the public back here to see the collection. Also have grant funding now to expand our cactus and succulent garden, and a number of the hardy plants from this collection will be added into the garden, so that will always be on display. And then hopefully for the future, we'll be looking to build a facility where this is always open to the public. And if you're looking for succulents, the Austin Cactus and Succulent Society has a sale here at the garden twice a year, so come out and pick up some plants for yourself. On behalf of the Conservancy, I want to thank all of our donors out there that have helped the Conservancy to grow, and also this collection.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and follow East Austin Succulents and Fireproof Plants on Instagram.
I was the happy partner of Robert H. Barth, Bob Barth. Bob has lived a life of curiously exquisite, ineffable, incomprehensible, and downright laughable moments. And I was just, prancing along behind him, doing whatever he needed me to do. It was so wonderful.